Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Grace Hollow Rabbitry. I am PJ, and today is Sunday. It is in the mid to low 80s. Pretty nice day. The humidity has been up and down today. We got a little bit of a rain shower that I wasn't expecting. Somehow I missed that in the forecast. But yeah, we got a rain shower. Now, today is Sunday, so I'm not going to do a whole lot of filming. But since I didn't get a lot done yesterday, I do feel like I need to do a little something. So yesterday I got the rabbits moved, the reds, and I moved the reds, I moved Nellie, I moved Keo, and I moved Womble. And so I'm going to go and show you who I moved where. I was going to show you yesterday, but it got too dark. By the time I finished cleaning trays, there was no way you would have seen inside the bunny port. So let's go have a look at that. And then I am going to look at Diamond's two kits, her older litter. I have two left, and so I want to take a look at those, see how they're progressing. And then I'm going to tattoo them. And then I'm going to move them to the bunny port as well. So let's go have a look. Alright, so I turned off the fan so that you can hear. And as we come into the bunny port right here on the left, we start out, we have the blacks, and then we start with the blues. And then here are the reds. Now we have some that are a little misplaced. First of all, we have Diamond with her second litter. I have not decided what I'm going to do with her yet. Maybe just leave her there. I don't know. But she's there at least for now. And then below Diamond, we have April. And April is one of Renegade's litters. Now, I purchased her. I actually had her daughter before I had Renegade. Renegade came later. Below April, we have Candy, and Candy is my Charlie Red Doe. And then in the next unit, up on top, we have Red Star, and that is where Nellie used to be. And so now we have Red Star with her babies. Let's go ahead and look at her babies while we're standing here. Look at these little boogers. Oh, do we have one injured? Oh, no. It was laying so flat it looked injured. No, it's just fine. Now, Red Star does have 3 other kits. She's got 8 with her, and then we have 8 with Denali. Yeah, Denali has her other 3. A silver fox doe. And there's Red Star through the wire. And her 8 baby sits with her. Yep. They're doing good. I believe they are 4 weeks old now. Below Red Star is Renegade. And then below Renegade, we have Valentina, and Valentina is the sister to Candy, and they are out of Frat. Alright, and then in the last 2 units, we have the whites. Now I moved those last week, and I think I've already shown you, but we had Womble here, and now we have Keo there. And then here we had Red Star, and now we have Nellie. So there's Nellie and her babies. And then over there is Keo and her babies. We'll take a closer look. But in comparison, on the last 2 units, here on the top cage, we have Garnet. Let's look at Garnet and her babies. She's got 4. There's 1, There's another one. You can see some ears. And then there's another one. You can see a back. And then there's the fourth one. And of course, sweet, sweet garnet. Below garnet, we have Marshall. Marshall's still a youngster. I don't think she's 6 months yet, but she's probably getting close, so she might be. Below Marshall, I have Nellie and her babies. We had her in that smaller cage overnight, and I was going to leave her there, and I just didn't like it. So I moved her back to a bigger cage. I don't like her being on the bottom, but that's okay. That's where she's going to stay until Bluegrass leaves. When Bluegrass leaves, Nellie is going to take her place. By the way, Bluegrass has a litter. They are a little over 4 weeks old. So we're going to wean her babies in 2 to 3 weeks. And after that, Bluegrass will be looking for a new home. And then in the last unit, up here we have, who do we have? Oh, Snow. We have Snow. And Snow has not been bred. She's probably getting ready to be bred here for the fall season. And then we have Willow. And for some reason I have trouble remembering Willow's name, but today I remembered it. She came to me bred to Womble, and she had 2 kits. And they are both there, and they were right at 2 weeks old. And then in the bottom cage, we have Keo, and there are her babies. She has 8, 4 broken black and 4 broken blue. Now, in addition to those that were moved, we have this new buck cage. This one is still empty. I have not decided if I'm going to bring extra in or bogey, but one of those two will come in here. And then we moved Rudy in, and Rudy is in a bad need of a hair groom. He needs his fur all brushed out. He's shedding. And he settled into his home pretty easily. He likes it in there. He's right next door to Shawnee, so of course he likes it. And there's Rudy. Hello, Rudy. Rudy says hello. And then below Rudy, we have the white buck Womble. He moved from the big cage to a regular old buck cage. Isn't that right, Womble? And he is a pretty boy. Alright, so this guy appears to be small, but he's really not. He's just a really tight, muscled. And I'm assuming this is probably the buck. Bucks mature a little slower. These guys are, by the way, Dallas and Diamond, so blue on blue. And I believe I have one buck and one doe, and they were kindled March 25th. Yeah, March 25th, so they are 4 months old, and this guy is a little over 7 pounds, which is great. My ideal for growth rates, I do a growth rate based on meat production, and so at 12 weeks, you want your rabbits between 5.5 and 6.5 pounds. So after that, their weight gain does tend to slow down. Bucks even more so. Bucks can take up to, and it's insane, bucks can take up to 1.5 years to reach full maturity. And so bucks may grow a little slower. And that's fine. After the 12-week mark, as long as they're right at 6 pounds at that 12-week mark, then they have accomplished their growth rate that I look for. After that, I don't care when they reach senior weight, as long as they do. Most of the time, if they are 6 pounds at 12 weeks, they're going to reach their senior weight. Very rarely do they not. And so anyway, yeah, these guys are right at 4 months old. And let's see. Yeah. Now we looked at these guys, I believe, when they were younger. At least I did. All right, so if he was going to have a white toe, it would be this one. And it is definitely a dark blue. Now they can have more, but if they have only one white toe now, it's going to be that toe every single time. I don't know why. I have not... Wow, look at you all stretched out. And yes, this is the buck. Boy, he's just all stretched out, aren't you? So, yeah. Alright, he's got a real nice top line, which I like. He seems to be a little narrow. Now, he was not when he was younger. The last time I looked at him, very promising. He is at that 4-month stage, and they can be very awkward, especially bucks at that 4-month mark. I don't like bucks. I hardly ever keep a buck. I hardly ever see one I like. And I'm really bad. I see them when they're young, and I like them. And then they hit this stage, and they get awkward. And I'm like, oh, no, you know, he's got to go. And either I cull them, or more often than not, I sell them because I know they're going to make good breeding. And then I see them 3 or 4 months later, and I'm like, holy crap, why did I sell that rabbit? And so I've learned on the bucks, after 4 months, I pretty much put them on the shelf for a couple more months. If they were real promising when they were young, they generally will follow that guideline. Now, they can grow all kinds of crazy and all kinds of sideways, but most of the time, from my experience, when they're at like 12 weeks old and you're looking at them, that is generally the representation of what they're going to mature at in a small package. When they're at this 4, 5, 6 month stage, it's no telling what's going on because they're growing and they're filling in, and they're filling in awkwardly and at different places. But right now he has several things I like. First of all is his color. He's got wonderful color. He's got a beautiful top line. Bone structure, his bone structure is there. I think his sister is pushing him off of the feed, is what I think, because he's very muscular. That's another thing I really like about this guy. And even though you look at him and you think, oh, he's got to be 5 pounds, 5.5 pounds. No, you put him on the scale and he's 7.5 pounds. He's a solid buck, solid. So he needs some time to grow, but I like this buck so far. Alright, and this one should be the doe, and she is almost 9 pounds at 4 months old, so she's definitely the one pushing him off the feed. She has always been the dominant doe, even in the litter of however many there was. Yeah, okay. And look at your teeth. Now, she's been around a little bit longer. Definitely have some dark toenails. Very promising. A dark, dark blue belly. Yep. All the toes are there. All the toenails are there. She's going to stretch her legs out too. That's okay. It makes sexing easier. Yep, still a girl. Alright, now this girl is just massive. She's always had mass. She had mass coming out, and she's had mass ever since. Now, right now, she's got a horrible coat. She's been with her brother too long. I did not realize they were 4 months old. For some reason, I thought they were coming up on 3 months. And I looked at her, and I thought, there's no way she's 3 months old. So they've been together way too long. I don't recommend that, folks. Pay attention to how old your babies are. Do as I say, not as I do. Alright. Really nice top line. She's got beautiful color. You can see on the sides and the tummy. She's got a beautiful blue color. Now across her back, she's been chewed on. She has no coat. I was really hoping to show her in Jonesboro, but unless she can grow that fur back in the next 3 weeks, that's not going to happen. Yeah, but very promising young lady. We're going to give both of these guys a tattoo, and then they're going to go into a show pen. They're going to have a pen all of their own. They're going to have their own food and their own water, and we're going to grow them out, and we'll take another look at them, you know, as the weeks go by. I mean, I don't know that I'll put it on video, but I will certainly be watching them, looking for both of them to put on a new coat of fur, and probably shelve the little buck for a little while until he can fill in, and I'll probably shelve her for a little bit until she can grow some fur. But she is a very promising young lady. I like her a lot. Right now she's a little long in body, but she's at that age. That's kind of what happens. They fill in, and then the shoulders. She's got the butt. Yeah, she's got the width. She's got the butt. She's got the loin. She's real tight like her brother. So she's a meaty little doe. Maybe a little flabby up here in the shoulder, so I might give her a little brick or a rock or something to jump over to strengthen up those shoulders. But yeah, real nice doe. I like her. Got to get a new coat on. Alright, so I'm going to get these guys tattooed. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there. Camera malfunctioned. Guys, you know, I had a lot of people tell me, I had 2 people message me about sitting in swings that they can't hear me, and all the time I hear people say they have a hard time hearing me talk. The biggest problem with that, we got 2 things. One, I am very soft-spoken, so it's hard to hear me anyway. In addition to that, the camera that I use is a very old camera, and I have ordered 2 or 3 different microphones that says that it connects to this camera, and I can't seem to get them to connect. I don't know what's going on. I have one now. I either can't find the right cord, and I've ordered several cords, and I just can't seem to get the right one, and then I can't get it to attach to the camera the way it's supposed to, and then I just, that's frustrating. The truth of the matter is I need a newer, updated camera. This one is probably 20 years old. I mean, it's an old camera. It's not Wi-Fi. It's not Bluetooth. It's it's just an old camera. But it works, and it takes good pictures, so I use it. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get these 2 tattooed. But before I do, I'm going to make this real short and sweet. Today's random fact is, my favorite color is blue. You got it. Thanks for watching, and until we speak again, God bless.